mistake that people make when newbie investors make when they're just getting started with their real estate investments. Now, I promise to go live only in the group, and this is why you're seeing this in the group. However, it's also on our page for a short, limited time because I was unable to add everybody to the group that had asked. Just had some tech challenges, so bear with me. But for those who are in and watching live, what I'm going to do is, if you're in the group, you're going to be getting me like viewing you live through my phone, okay? And because normally when I stream to both, I'm not able to see what you're saying live through my streaming tool. But I'm going to do so with my handy phone. So I hope that you guys are having a great Sunday. And really, I love, we literally saved the best for last. This, in our series, we've been going through top 10 mistakes that newbie investors make when they're just getting started. And they're truly related. And in fact, it's so interesting. What I'd love to do is share with you these mistakes and also share with you what they've meant for others, but also how others have overcome really pretty much most of the mistakes we've talked about to date. And I want to be able to, oh my goodness, I wanted to share my screen, but in terms of, some of the testimonials, but I think I'll just be able to read them out for you and probably post the screenshots later. Okay, so that you can have an idea. But so let's get right into it. I mean, I just want to center myself a little bit. Okay, so mistake number 9 that newbie investors make when they're fast getting started is pricing their properties wrongly, like poor pricing strategies. And the thing is, with everything that you do, I mean, look, when we get started with our properties, of course, we truly value them. We truly believe that they are worth an amazing amount in order for people to come and stay there, whether it's short-term rentals. And yes, that's true, but we have to look at the market. But most newbie investors, what they do when they get started is just going right out and deciding, you know what, my property is going to be worth $150 a night because that's what hotels charge right next to me. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's a big, big mistake because what you're doing is you're pricing yourself out of the market. The truth is a lot of real estate, a lot of vacation homeowners, short-term rental, owners will definitely not price at the hotel prices and they'll definitely price lower. However, it's not to say that again you go and look at what the other people are pricing and what the other vacation owners are pricing and price yours the same or lower. No, that also is a big mistake because that's not going to get you the return that you want. You know what I mean? So there is a middle ground, and what we advise is that there's a clear pricing strategy that one should always employ for the entire year because look, prices go up and down, but again, the way to do it, it really touches on our number 10, which I'm going to tell you in a second. But in fact, I'll tell you a story of there's a person one of the neighbors near where our own property, which is located in Diani, is. And they came to me, mentioning, I think I've referred to them a few times saying, oh, they've been on most platforms, they've got a beautiful property, they're not getting bookings. And so they were wondering why. Now, of course, when we looked at their pricing, I could see very clearly why they were not getting bookings, in addition to, of course, marketing and some of the other mistakes we've talked about so far. But I could see that with their pricing, they were just not letting themselves be a bit more flexible and they were not taking advantage of seasons and that type of thing. Okay, because generally when it comes to places that have a high seasonal, what do you call it, ebb and flow, you want to be sure to take advantage of the fact that, hey, people love to travel at Christmas or they love to travel over summer. So that's an important thing you need to do. And if you're not doing it, then you're losing out on the potential sales that you could be making if you are actually pricing seasonally. So when I basically outlined for them what is the best thing that they need to do, then it helped them a lot to see, yes, these are ways that they can be able to actually get better returns. And even beyond that, when we work with our clients, one thing we've noticed is, yes, it's also a penchant of us to then underprice as well, to say, oh, hey, I don't know if people will really value this place so much, so let me just underprice. But you cannot afford to underprice because, again, it's going to lose you returns. And the best thing you want to do is make sure you're just not competing on price alone, but you want to make sure that you are, that you're offering your clients such an amazing experience that price will be secondary. There are places, my family and I, when we travel, there are places we've chosen to stay, even if it was $15, $20, $50 more expensive, because they had certain things, they had certain criteria that drew us to them, even if there was a cheaper alternative somewhere, but just didn't meet our standards. So pricing completely trying to compete according to price alone is a super, super big mistake. There's many other things that travelers look for. If you're a traveler yourself, you can start from there. The things that you yourself look for when you travel would always be a good indicator of what your own potential clients look for when they'll travel, right? So that's one thing that it's a really important one, because when we get started with doing pricing really determines the kind of returns you get. If you're not getting the pricing right, then you are really losing out. Okay, so yes, I am live. Awesome. So I can see you guys on the. I was just checking to make sure that. Good to see everybody who's watching on me. Check in, just say hi, drop a comment, and then we'll talk some more. Now, mistake number 10, a grand finale mistake, which a lot of people do when they're just getting started, is not getting help. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Mistake number 10 is not getting help to get you where you're going. Okay, why is this it's the biggest mistake that people make, is not getting help. I'm going to tell you why. Even when it comes to business, right? When it comes to any type of business, we are always super green. When you first get started, you don't know how to do it, and you're looking around. And I always tell this analogy of how we prepare for our careers for 8 years of primary school, maybe 4 years, depending on where you studied or where you went to school. Probably 4 years of high school, probably now 4 years of university, 3 to 4 years of university to prepare for your career. When it comes to other things like business and all that, we tend to really, really not pay attention to those things, and they're just as important. You need to learn, you need to know from those who have gotten there before you. I absolutely 100% always go out looking for the people that know what they're doing with regards to any new project I take up. Not whether it's real estate, whether it's business, whether it's health, whatever it is, I always go out looking, right? And this is something we're joking with my husband the other day. Is this why, a lot of people can rib and say, oh, men don't like to go out looking for information. This is one of the reasons why maybe the the life expectancy for men is lower than women, because sometimes as women, we're more open to go and get help. But you see, we can break the stereotypes. Look for information when you don't know. Look for the right people to coach you. Serena Williams is a world-class tennis player. She has a coach. Bill Gates, multi-billion dollar, business owner. He most likely has a coach and a mentor. Okay, so, and it's one of the things that I am so passionate about, and I keep telling people, it is I would say it's the number one thing that has transformed my own journey in a lot of ways, not just with real estate, but in a lot of areas of life. It's just seeking the information from the right people, seeking the coaching, seeking the help, getting someone to hold my hand and walk with me through the way. It's often, I wish you guys could really see my heart on this. If there was even one thing, in fact, let me just say, the 3 things that I'll tell a person wanting to start on business, their real estate business, any kind of business, any kind of venture, is number 1, start from a place of purpose. Know that what you're doing is going to be impacting people and making their lives better, and let that be the center. Let that be the central thing that drives you. Number 2, and I can't go into all these today, but I just want to put them out there, and I'll be sharing a bit more about it. But starting from purpose has been, for me, the thing that has brought me back from when things were not really great and I was just down in the dumps and business was not going well. But just really realizing, oh my goodness, you know what? There's people that are making a difference for out there. There's someone who's hearing what I'm saying and needed to hear that today. So that's what keeps me going. My Sunday afternoon nap, I woke up from my Sunday afternoon nap and said, you know what? I've got a live stream I need to do because I promised that I would do it. So I'm showing up for you guys. You guys keep me going. This is just the truth of it. It's not about the money. Because you know what? It has been about the money. There's a time it was about the money. But I realized that is not the way that a business will be successful, because I was just driving myself into the ground and just doing all things wrong from the wrong motive. So the minute I was able to, and God just showed me really clearly that, you know what, you can either do this in your strength or you can do this out of purpose, knowing that you're doing my work. And that's what really helped me to then finally get to a place where I realized this is impacting people. The number 1 stress factor, the number 1 cause for early demise or death or whatever you'd call it, is financial troubles. How many people, I'm so sorry to say, but this last week I heard about people who are committing suicide. It's been an epidemic in Kenya, in the Nyandarua area. Maybe some of you may have caught the BBC the BBC live stream. Well, it wasn't a live stream, it was a BBC kind of series that they were doing on Kenyan men in Nyandarua that were committing suicide left, right, and center. One of them was because he hadn't had a job, he was terminally ill, and he just didn't have any hope. And the second one because his business had gone down and he went into depression. So this financial troubles is the number one cause for poor, just really just not living life to the full. So the minute that one is able to make a difference in one's own life and what we really love is just being able to make a difference in the lives of those we work with, that is so amazing. Think of how many families have been saved by that, how many lives are saved by that, and even more than that, how many lives are able to live really purposefully, And then, so I was talking about the three things that can help you no matter in what venture you're starting. Start from purpose. Number 2 is really just know that, okay, so it slipped my mind, but this was something so front and center to me. Oh yes, number 2, know that your market is not only defined by your immediate geographical location. That's why I love the real estate investment business so much. When you get into a business and you can only sell to the people you physically meet, you're not giving yourself really the best, or let's say, chance of success. You want to know that, you know what, you can have people coming to stay in your business who are right now living in Iceland. You can have, and that's a true thing. We had people people from Iceland come and stay in our property for 2 weeks over this past Christmas. You can sell to people living on the far reaches of Samoa, in the US, in Germany. You know what I mean? So you're really focused on not just your immediate market, and that's why the marketing is so important, so important. So that's number two. Okay. Number 3 is to develop people. It's just to be giving of what you know, of just really looking around and sharing that. And it might be similar to Start with Purpose, but you know what? The thing is, I hope that my video didn't go off. Oh my gosh, it did go off. Shame. I'm so sorry, guys. I think my camera just died on me, so I am going to have to figure out how to give you guys a bit of a clearer picture because my camera just died on me. So today you're gonna get my what do you call it? My webcam picture. But you know what? It's still every much as meaningful, even if it's just there's my camera. You see the one that died on me. Oh my goodness, dear camera, how could you do this to me? Okay, so here we are. We're keeping on, guys. We're keeping on. No stopping. So I was saying number 3 is be willing to share, to give up. Now, it might be similar to me. It's just that my purpose is all about sharing and giving and having people also be impacted by the same exact things that we have been blessed by. Maybe that might not be your purpose, okay? So if that's not your purpose, still add on that component of being able to bring people along with your success, because no man will survive. No man is an island, and every single person needs a community in order to keep going, in order to just keep moving. And when you're able to help people in your community as well, it's so powerful. Okay, so this is so that's number 3, but it really is just tying in the thing of when you get help. Now I'm going to give you a few stories of some of our clients that we've had and some of the impacts, some of the stories of theirs. I actually want to quickly read one comment from one of our clients earlier today. She was sharing it on our graduates group, and she was talking about how it's been so phenomenal, the type of success that she has had. And just a shout out to her, she was just celebrating and saying, hey, hold on a second, I just want to read it. Exciting times here in South Africa. She's in South Africa celebrating my first 66 days of continuous bookings, one after another. 36 days and 30 days. I just couldn't help but share to inspire someone that this is such an amazing journey. May and June and a bit of July sorted. And this was literally, she shared it in a graduate group, and I'm going to put the screenshot of that. And congratulations to her. So super excited because of the progress she's making. And so a couple, of course, there'll be the questions of, oh my goodness, how did you do it? How did you do it? And she did say, look, there are a number of factors. And one of them, a key one, was that she has actually learned to use marketing effectively. And she said she started off in the beginning not knowing how to do it, but thanks to me, thanks to Jackie, although I struggled in the beginning to attract the right audience, I was able to put her on the right track in terms of how to use her marketing. And then also because of her great and amazing designs, she said, look, she just used the exact process. She keyed off of the process we taught in our program to tell people, to show people how best to give clients such an amazing experience, how to give them an amazing, how to do interior design in a way that attracts your clients. Okay. So these are real results that we're getting our clients. And so what I'd love for you to do is don't make that mistake. Okay. Don't make the mistake of not knowing how to price your property. Come and we'll teach you exactly how to do that. We've been doing this for 4 years for us, for ourselves, for our clients. And also don't make the mistake of not getting help. We're right here waiting for you. And you know what? To get you guys started, I'm going to give you a free 45-minute breakthrough session where you can get on a phone with me and you can pretty much just pick my brain about your investment, what you're thinking of, what's holding you back, where you can get going. Totally, completely free because of what I talked about earlier. My purpose is to give. My purpose is to know that the more that I give, the more that I also receive. But guess what? It's expanding my influence and it's expanding the reach that I have been privileged to have and to impact people so positively, because that is exactly what I want to have as a legacy in my life. And sure, yes, is there a fee? If we do get to work together, there is. But I'm happy to tell you it's a completely nominal one. Anyone, every single person that is committed to this entire process, they totally do not think twice about it. We don't work with everybody. That's another thing. Get on the call, see what we do is you love what we do. And if you don't, that's fine, because you're still going to get an amazing 45 to 60 minutes free consultation where I'm helping you get a breakthrough with regards to your real estate investments. And so just putting that out there, guys, you know how to book a call, JacquelineSumo.com/call. Okay, so that you can be able to just jump in and let's interact. Let's talk about where you're at. Choose a time that works for you, okay? And let's just chat. Let's see where you're at and how I can get you going. You really owe this to yourself. There's nothing to lose. Okay, so I hope you guys have had fun and sorry for the tech challenges, but I'm so glad that we still were able to conclude this session. That does it for our 10 days of, our 10 top mistakes that newbie investors make. However, I'm still going to be doing this, like just jumping on to talk with you guys. So keep them questions coming. You know what? Even beyond that, come on and jump on a call with me, because then you get me for 45 minutes to 30 to 60 minutes and we get to talk all about you, where you are at and how you can get going. Okay? It was so good to catch up. Have a great rest of your Sunday.